Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Errol Spence really needs a chauffeur so he can sit in the back. Okay, so let's get into it. So Errol Spence gets into another horrific car crash. As you can see here, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of vehicle it is. Looks like some kind of SUV. But anyway, what's this here? What, not again? Damn, dog. Glad you're okay. Are you okay? Okay. So, Errol Spence Jr. involved in a horrific car crash with 14-year-old in their parents' car. As welterweight star says he has injured his leg. OMG. Okay, so let's have a look at this. What's the date? The 11th of December. Wow, so this is fresh. This is fresh. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so Errol Spence was involved in a car crash on Saturday night, with suggestions that the other car involved in the collision was driven by a 14-year-old. Driven by a 14-year-old who was driving his parents' car. Okay, so that's not illegal. That's it. That's kind of, what is that? That's taking without consent in England. In UK, that's called twack. Taking without consent. That's theft. That's the 14-year-old acting up, acting out, going for a drive in his parents' car. OMG. Okay, so the 32-year-old welterweight star said that he hurt his leg in the accident. However, the severity of the injuries are not yet known. Okay, as you will know, Errol Spence is a unified welterweight champion. He should have been fighting Terence Crawford. But anyway, that's a whole different story right about now. We're just focusing on this element. Okay, so in an Instagram live, Spence Jr. said, he ran the light. He's talking about the 14-year-old. He ran the light, effed my whole shizzle up. Always, why does this always happen to me? Oh dear. Thank God I didn't have my kids on board. Shizzle, I'm not worried about no car. Mofo hit me. Effed my leg up. It's crazy, yo. OMG. Okay, so his friend also featured in the video, suggesting that it was a 14-year-old who caused the crash after stealing his parents' car, driving too fast and going through a red light. Damn it. Spence Jr.'s friend also suggested that the 14-year-old caused the crash. Well, you just read that. What's wrong with you? Damn it. He said that the underage driver, who has not yet been identified, went through a red light. Okay, it's not the first time that Spence Jr. has been involved in a serious car accident after he flipped his Ferrari and ended up in intensive care back in October 2019. Yeah, I remember that. I remember doing a live on the night when we found out. And this is the result. Whole front end bashed up, crashed up. That's a write-off. Still don't know what kind of car it is. Still haven't been able to identify it. What's going on? What's going on here? Okay, so Spence later claimed that the accident came while he was suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder before pleading guilty to being intoxicated. Always talking about the original accident, with the one with the Ferrari. Came while he was suffering with post-traumatic stress disorder. I wonder what the result was of the post. Where did that stress disorder originate? I wonder. I haven't heard that statement before. Okay, boxing fans are hoping that Spence Jr. will fight rival Terence Bud Crawford next, with the latter wishing the 32-year-old speedy recovery following his latest accident. After hearing about Spence's collision, Crawford said, "I wish him well. I hope he's alright mentally, physically and emotionally. This is just a sport. We're all fighting for that #1 spot, so it ain't personal. It's just business." Have I seen this picture before? This seems to be a different angle. Wow. This seems really messed up. Or is that the front here? The front, this is the bonnet bent over. That's a big car, so the impact, the speed that kid was going at was serious. All up in the crumpled zone. Damn, push the engine back. Wow, that's amazing that somebody could have died in that. Somebody could have died in that. That's crazy. Look at the damage. That's crazy, yo. Okay, well, what can I do? On behalf of all the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, all we can do is wish Spence a speedy recovery from the leg injury. Hope he's not too shook up. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy when somebody who shouldn't be behind the wheel is behind the wheel and doing crazy stuff. Someone almost hit me. They bust a red light and almost plowed straight into me. It was night. I'd gone through a green light, and then this car just came out from the left, came out, just bust a red light, and was about to go straight into me from a right angle. And fortunately, I had somebody in the car. I was actually dropping somebody off, so I didn't even have to be where I was. I was asked to drop somebody off, and I was doing it as a favor. I didn't really want to. I preferred to go home, but I was dropping somebody off as a favor. And henceforth, I was somewhere that I should not have been. I was on a road that I would not have been on. And this maniac, presumably a drink driver or a drug driver, whatever they were on, bust a red light, was coming straight at me. I didn't even see him coming until the passenger said, "Hey, watch out." And I just kind of swerved, pulled the car to the right a little bit to avoid them going into me, and then corrected and carried on going straight. Just that foot, just me turning the steering wheel enough, maybe gave a foot distance, 12-inch distance, and enabled that jackass mofo to apply enough brakes, and a collision was avoided. But that's what can happen. This is what can happen when you get a jackass out there on the road plowing through red lights. This could have been me. Okay, so good luck to Errol Spence. Hope the leg heals up. Hope he's not too serious. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting the bell icon. Stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live show. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I think we're live next live on Monday around 9:15 p.m. UK time. Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. We're out.